we'd like to carry on now with the song. Before we do, we'd like to ask you if you'd join in with us. Join in. Just make a noise, okay? You do that?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay, then.
Well, I'm Paul and I play the bass.
I'm George and I play a guitar.
I'm Ringo and I play the drums.
I'm John and I too play a guitar.
What's going on, guys? JD here, and I'm postponing 2 episodes right now of the podcast to talk about this, a brand new trailer from Universal Pictures entitled Yesterday. It is an upcoming 2019 musical comedy directed by Danny Boyle, who directed 127 Hours and Trainspotting.
Oh, that's hot.
And it is written by the screenwriter of Love Actually. It will star Hamish Patel, totally got that name wrong, Lily James, Kate McKinnon, and our favorite artist of all time, Ed Sheeran.
Okay, so how are they going to fit Ed Sheeran into this?
You'll see in the trailer. So, you know nothing about it.
No, this is my first time seeing it.
Me and Cris watched it last night over the phone, and we really loved it. The storyline, a struggling musician by the name of Jack Malik has turned his back on music, even though his best friend Ellie has tried to fix his problems. After Jack is accidentally hit by a bus after a worldwide power cut, he wakes up the following day to find that he has lost 2 of his front teeth. After being given a new guitar and tested out with the Beatles song Yesterday, he finds out that he is now in a world where neither the famous music group nor their songs ever existed. Jack takes this as a chance to start his own musical career and plagiarizes the once well-known songs, and becomes one of the most talented musicians of all time. While his newfound success has definitely impacted his life in some cases for the better, in other cases it causes the relationships he has built with his friends and family to crumble. Thoughts?
Okay, so, I've always had that idea, kinda. You love this artist, you thought, man, wouldn't it be cool if, you went back in time before they got popular and used all of their songs?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of the situation in this movie, right?
Yeah, especially the Beatles. I mean, everybody. But it's really good. So, I'm going to play you the trailer, and we're going to get your reactions. I didn't even introduce you.
Wait, so, tell me real quick. Would, all of the Beatles songs, be completely disappeared and, there's no famous covers of them?
All the songs would disappear. All the songs were never written. Now, we do not know if the people exist or not. We don't know if, John Lennon disappeared. But all the comments say that John would still be alive if this happened.
Oh, yeah, he probably would be. All right, let's get to watching the trailer.
This is JB, by the way. I didn't even introduce you, but cool. Okay.
Well, unlike you, I don't need introduction.
Oh, okay.
This was my last gig. If it hasn't happened by now, it's like a miracle.
Miracles happen.
What happened?
Electricity flicked off all over the world.
Cheese! Yesterday,
Ellie bought you a present.
all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay.
When did you write that?
I didn't write it. Paul McCartney wrote it. The Beatles.
Who?
Do you genuinely not know who the Beatles are?
Genuinely.
Then I'm in a really, really, really complicated situation. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you something.
Hi, we should talk. See, we pay and you write songs, and then you make a ton of money.
Sometimes it feels like someone else has written all the songs.
It's gonna be the greatest album of all time.
I've got 2 men who claim that the songs are theirs. Let's see how this plays out, shall we?
There's something you should know.
This actually kind of looks good.
It really does look good, though. What do you think about the soundtrack?
If they, remake the entire thing, I kind of... It's heresy, but, I'm kind of, curious.
Yeah, I'm for it. I mean, as long as it's not like a trap beat, I can get along with it. The dude,
God, you're so white.
if he's, I don't know if that's Hamish singing. If it is, though, I really like it. But yeah, overall, I think the film's going to be great. I think it has the potential. I think it has the director behind it, Danny Boyle, who directed Trainspotting and 127. No, JB, don't leave. Oh man, who am I going to have on the podcast now? Oh, is that Freddie from the last episode walking by?
Oh, hey, JD.
Oh, call me by the name and everything. Can we get an AO into the mic to...
No.
A good one?
No.
Okay, well, yesterday, I assume you've seen it since you walked into this recording session.
Yeah, I saw it. It looks very, very good.
Very, very good, even though you know absolutely nothing. Name all 4 Beatles right now.
John, Paul, George, Ringo.
That was a little disappointing. So why does this look good?
It just looks like a very interesting concept for a movie in a way to bring back the Beatles that new people can relate to, I guess.
Oh, what'd you think about the soundtrack?
It was really good. I didn't know all the songs, but...
Of course you didn't know all the songs.
Most of it was well-played songs that I've heard before.
You knew Yesterday.
Yeah, and I knew...
Leave It Be.
Hey Jude. Let It Be.
But you didn't know Something, which is, in my opinion, the greatest love song ever written. But you know what? That's fine. One thing that I asked JB that he couldn't answer me is, how does this compare to Rocket Man and Bohemian Rhapsody?
It brings a new, I guess, view to the Beatles that people modern day can relate to.
What I was thinking, it's resurrecting the importance of their catalog into the minds of the young Lil Pump, Fetty Wap generation. Please keep your sound effects off in the recording studio.
I mean, yeah, some people might not like it because it's not the Beatles, you know.
But at least it's not Rami Malek and Big Teeth for 2 hours.
That was fine though.
Oh, I say that instead of this, we need a Beatles biopic. Why are you shaking your head?
I think this is the best way to do it. Like,
so no Beatles biopic.
No, I don't think that would get nearly as much money as this is going to get.
How about a Beatles biopic, but I play all the Beatles?
You do that, JD.
Okay, thank you. Do you think that Paul and Ringo, the 2 surviving Beatles, should cameo in the film, even though John and George are no longer with us?
Will they?
Yeah, if they want to.
If they want to. They are going to be in it. But what do you think about these films being made without 2 of the band members still being alive?
I think that new people can take the old material and do just as good a job with it.
But if one of the band members is a wife beater...
Okay, I don't know enough about that to give it to you.
I'm kidding. Overall, though, I mean, I think this is going to have the effect of Bohemian Rhapsody, where people are going to care about the Beatles for, like, what, a month? They're going to buy buttons and put them on their bags, and then in, like, 2 months it's going to go away. But I just want to put this out there that I'm an OG, and none of y'all are.
Yeah, you're probably pretty upset that people are, like...
Oh, no, I am.
All the fake fans.
I am. With Queen, it wasn't a big deal, because... You know, I just kind of like them, but, like, the Beatles is my territory, and people are going to try to take it away from me.
But you don't want new fans.
I don't want new fans.
Why?
Because, I mean, if they want to research it as well as some people did... Are you trying to contradict me on my own show?
Listen.
Are you contradicting me on my own show?
Who wasn't alive for anything that Michael Jackson did. Are not
anything.
Open to new fans.
But I've done stop. I've done the work and I've done the research to look into Michael Jackson and the Beatles.
But you're not open to other people doing that to get into the Beatles just for the movie.
I am, but with Michael Jackson, I didn't have a movie. I didn't have a movie that made me want to do it. I just wanted to do it, and it's the same way with the Beatles. It wasn't a big surge in pop culture.
It's different if it's a movie.
It's different if there's a big surge for them in pop culture that makes you want to get into them, and you only want to get into them to be cool.
Into them after the movie?
And congratulations, but I guarantee you very few people are going to do that with Bohemian Rhapsody.
You're still going to call people out and be like, oh, you're only a Beatles fan because...
Are you just mad because I said that you're not a real Beatles fan?
No, I'm not a big Beatles fan.
I just think that the fandom's going to change, much like the Queen fandom did. But overall, getting back more into the film's going to be great.
Well, you see, the first Bohemian Rhapsody trailer looked amazing, and then the closer it got...
Oh, yeah, I noted, 100%.
Yeah, the closer it got to the movie coming out... the closer it got to the movie coming out, the worse, like, the more hype there was about it, and the more people said it wasn't going to be good.
You're one of those people. What are you talking about?
I was, but I'm just saying Bohemian Rhapsody wasn't as good as the first trailer made it look. And that
Whoa! Did you just Did you just say something negative about Bohemian Rhapsody?
I did.
Wow. I don't know how to feel about that. What do you think about Ed Sheeran being in the film?
I mean, I don't really listen to Ed Sheeran. I think it's fine. It's a modern movie about bringing old music back, so...
Old music? Did you just call the Beatles old?
The Beatles are old, JD.
There's a reason I banned you from this podcast. I would just like to say that she begged me to put her back on for this episode.
That's not what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
You asked.
She literally knocked on my fifth hour door and said, would I ever say I need content? I don't think you know me enough to know that content just flows out of this.
He actually did say that.
I have so much content done already. But I feel like if we're not getting a biopic, this is the next best step. I don't know if I really like the rom-com aspect. I feel like there's a story without having to put love into it. But as they say, all you need is love. And overall, I'm excited. You know, it could have been better. It could have been worse. But as long as Paul and Ringo are on board, there's not too many bad things I can say about it. So I recorded the outro with JB, who decided to leave, so I guess I'll do it again. If you guys want to follow the podcast on Twitter, at a sub that's yellow, or me, the fantastic host that is JD, that's at History in the Mix. And then on Instagram, the show is a submarine that's yellow pod, and then Mixing History. So we got to wrap it up in the words of Chief John Lennon. All you need is love. All together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Pow pow.
All you need is love.
It's going to be the greatest album of all time.
What a suitable ending, I think.